talk about your freedom from bullying policy. I'm the Executive Director of Equality Texas. Equality Texas is the only statewide lobbying and advocacy group in the state for lesbians, gay, bisexuals, and transgender Texans. Since 2001, Equality Texas has lobbied and advocated for a comprehensive anti-bullying bill that included all students, including those who are gay, lesbian, bisexual, or transgender, whether real or perceived. In the last session, we came close to seeing this bill become reality. As we approach the 2011 legislative session, we have made it a priority to pass an inclusive anti-bullying bill. Already, 7 bills have been filed to protect students from bullying. Prior to joining Equality Texas, I was the Regional Director for Lambda Legal's South Central Regional Office based here in Dallas. In 2007, I, along with a representative from Youth First Texas, as well as representatives from the community, met with the Assistant Superintendent and members of DISD Legal Department to discuss the enforcement of this non-discrimination policy. We of course talked about potential financial liability for not having such procedures in place, but we also talked about the impact that it has on students' lives and the dropout rate. This meeting resulted in expanded conversations with the area superintendents, followed by presentations to all principals and counselors in the district. The district understood the importance then, and I know they understand the importance now, of having an inclusive anti-bullying policy. We know that kids are bullied because they are different. Being different is the #1 reason for being bullied, followed by perceived or real sexual orientation, gender identity, and expression. Over 15 years ago, the district made the right decision to include sexual orientation and gender identity expression in its non-discrimination policy. And I ask you to continue this history of inclusiveness, and instead of adding language after the fact, start out with a comprehensive DISD freedom from bullying policy. Equality Texas is here to assist the district in any way possible. Thank you for your time.
Omar Narvaez, followed by Carlos Tapia.
I would like to thank DISD and its Board of Trustees, the members, for this opportunity to speak about the need to add protection in your policy for lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgendered students from being bullied. My name is Omar Narvaez, and I reside at 10201 Lake June Road, and I am the Vice President of the League of United Latin American Citizens Council 4871. Our council has been tasked by Texas LULAC Director Joy Cardenas to work on the issue of school bullying. Locally, LULAC has been supportive of awareness campaigns against bullying. We've attended rallies, held discussions with our membership, and our LULAC youth in high schools and young adults in college are rallying for the LGBT brothers and sisters who are taunted daily. LULAC is invested in the issue because 2/3 of DISD children are Hispanic, which means a good portion of those DISD LGBT youth are Latino. Our current policy against school bullying is not working. 2 years ago, I took in a student from Molina High School who endured horrible bullying in his elementary, middle school, and high school years. When he looks back and remembers his time at DISD, unfortunately, it will be filled with sad memories. In elementary, Jesus Montelongo was singled out by a teacher, someone he was supposed to count on, who told him there was no room for gays on the bus for a school trip, and he was left behind. By the time he was in middle school, thoughts of suicide were already forming in his head because some of his fellow classmates would throw chairs at him and verbally taunt him. This treatment continued into high school. Jesus was often picked on and threatened so much, he sat at a distance from others during lunchtime or in a bathroom stall alone while he ate. He started to form his plan on how to take his life. We thankfully did not lose Jesus, because I, along with other members of my LULAC council, rallied around him. We were positive role models who managed to get him before he had an opportunity to take his life. Thankfully, Jesus listened to us when we told him it does get better. I'm happy to report that Jesus graduated in 2009 from Molina High School and is in college studying photography. I met some of you at an election forum hosted by LULAC and the NAACP in the last election cycle. You said that the education of DISD children will be your top priority. Bullying prevents from learning. What happened to Jesus should not happen to any child. Don't let a suicide give you cause to do the right thing. The time to act is now. A no bullying policy that includes the basis of sexual orientation, gender identity, and expression must be a concrete clause in the DISD regulation.
Thank you, Mr. Narvaez. Your time has expired. Carlos Tapia.
Good evening.
My name is William Morvan, and I reside at 9 York Drive, Fort Worth, Texas, 76134. And I'm here to speak over agenda item 8A3. I am a high school student at Booker T. Washington, and I identify as a gay male. Going through high school and middle school has been an experience that I will never forget, but not for the good. It will not be an experience that I will remember because of all the friends that I had, or all the experiences that I learned. But no, the memories I will have growing up in a DISD school will be of bullying, harassed, called inhumane words that no one should be called. I came out in 7th grade at Dealey Montessori, and I was so harassed that I tried to go back into the closet. I was called foul names every day. I even tried to get 2 girlfriends to hide that I was gay, and that didn't work. I attempted suicide 2 times and had planned a 3rd time. The only reason that I'm still alive today is because of support that I found in counselors at my high school, organizations such as Youth First Texas, and very small amount of family members. And I'm here to speak today because if this policy were intact, I believe that I would have had a better growing up experience in school. I wouldn't have had to go taking 20 pain pills to kill myself to get rid of the pain. Cutting just to get those words that I was called out. I thank you for letting me actually come up here and stand and tell my story. I hope that I have opened some of y'all's eyes.
Thank you, Mr. Morvan. Your time has expired.
Dallas, Texas. I am a senior at Booker T. Washington High School for the Performing and Visual Arts. I come to you today with an idea that was inspired by my school, because at Booker T, we take pride in our diversity. Diversity of race, religion, orientation, social class, and overall lifestyle. Everyone has an opinion, and there can be misunderstandings, but Booker T is a safe place for all students. I have heard a lot recently about discrimination concerning sexual orientation in Dallas ISD schools. Not only student-on-student, but faculty-on-student bullying. This strikes me as a lack of education concerning sexual orientation and alternative lifestyles. In this day and age, students shouldn't have to be afraid of going to school. Students should not be scared of other students, and students should not be scared of their faculty and teachers. I am presenting the idea that teachers and students should be educated about alternative lifestyles. Teachers should have a mandatory workshop to teach them sensitive terms and subjects and situations that students should not be put in, so that they may be aware of the diversity surrounding them and the other students in the classroom. School is a safe place at Booker T. Washington, a place where students can be themselves no matter where they come from, how much their family makes, their sexual orientation. Teachers and students district-wide should be educated. Dallas ISD can be the start of the ripple effect of knowledge. Change starts here. Students should not be afraid to go to school, and I should not be afraid of my teachers. I need to be safe at my institution. Thank you for your time.
Mandy Allen, followed by Everett.
Speak on the anti-bullying policy. My name is Cece Cox. I'm a mother, I'm an attorney, and I happen to be the executive director of Resource Center Dallas. Resource Center Dallas has for 27 years served the gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender, and North Texas community and provided services to people with HIV. I'm here to thank you and to encourage you around the anti-bullying policy. I'm thanking you for thoughtfully crafting this policy. It is not only the right thing to do, it is visionary. As the Board of Trustees, you govern one of the largest school districts in the United States, specifically the 14th largest and the second largest district in the state of Texas. By adopting this policy, you are the first in the state of Texas to have a policy that is so specific and fully inclusive in protecting all students, not only students based upon real perceived sexual orientation, gender identity, gender expression, but also race, national origin, gender, religion, and a number of other specific categories. This matters. You have done this over the objections of some who are fearful of litigation and exposure for the policy, the district. You don't need to have those fears. How you have done this is significant in spelling out specifically what categories will be protected and what activity of bullying will not be acceptable. That's the only way a policy like this has real effect and real teeth, and you've done the right thing. You have no need to fear because the City of Dallas, the City of Fort Worth, and almost 90% of the Fortune 500 companies have done something similar, not identical to what you've done, but open up their non-discrimination policies over the last 20 years and have none of them, not any of them, there is no data to show that they have received a slew of lawsuits. In fact, any lawsuits have been absolutely de minimis. Most importantly, for at least the last 10 years, statistics show that the result of a specifically enumerated policy of the sort that you are about to adopt tonight is effective. The result is the result we're looking for, less bullying for all students, because students are safer and teachers have the tools they need to intervene. That said, policy is not enough, and I know you know that. Tonight's the foundation. Moving forward from tonight, you will build the framing and the roof to make the house safe and provide the shelter for the students. Because your policy says that you will provide training. And you're also not alone in doing that. All the people standing are here to support you. They are all community resources. There are representatives in the room who have worked toward this endeavor over the years.
Thank you, Ms. Cox. Your
along
time
with
has
you.
expired.
And Resource Center Dallas and the rest of us will stand here with you to make that happen. We're actively involved in our community, and we support the goals that you support, which is the safety for all of our students. Thank you, trustees.